Rather than be a container for suffering, why not be full of freedom? You see, option is with you. And only guilt can make you feel no, because some people feel, how can I be happy when these people are sad? This is a very bad deal. Because to be sad helps nobody at all, except some sick-minded people who just like to see, who feel better to see you sad. So it doesn't, no good at all. And you can forget about God enjoying punishing you for something. This is just another kind of stupidness.
I think very often things that we kind of take away, that we feel guilty about, that we feel regretful about, for the other person, it's maybe not even such, it's not such a big part of their life. As human beings, we can hold on to something for that length of time, replay that storyline over and over until it becomes part of who we are, so completely that we almost forget that we're living in the past. To live with less guilt, with less regret, is there a way of sort of letting go of it? And it doesn't mean letting go forever. I think often we think of letting go, it's kind of no longer ever thinking about that thing. That's not it. Of course we're going to think about that thing. Of course we're going to experience thoughts about that thing. It's how often we experience those thoughts, and when those thoughts arise, how much we're going to get overwhelmed by them or caught up in them. To begin with, it's just like a loosening. Like there's still a sense of regret there, but maybe, I don't know, maybe it doesn't create sort of such a strong emotion. And then over time, the thought perhaps visits a little bit less. To begin with, when the thought arises, there's still enough interest by the mind. So the mind still wants to buy into it, still wants to give itself a hard time, to criticize, to be unkind to itself. And then over time, it starts to get less interested in doing that. Again, it loosens a bit more. The thoughts become a little less frequent. Each time, I feel like there's that sort of connection. Less frequent, less involved, and over time, that loosens up. In time, I think there is the real possibility that we can experience the thought of what happened, and yet we don't get caught up in it. We don't feel overwhelmed by it, and we don't end up thinking about it. We are able to see it, to let it go, and just to continue with whatever we're doing at the time. It doesn't matter where we're up to in our life. It doesn't matter what age we are. It doesn't matter how long we've been holding on to stuff. Letting go is letting go. And the freedom we experience, having let go, feels the same, no matter where we are in our life, no matter how old we are in our life. So I would encourage you not to dwell in guilt and regret, to use guilt as a signal, to give yourself time to pause, to appreciate the feeling, even if that's uncomfortable, and then to let go of that, so that you can move on, be present, and live life with a real sense of freedom and ease.